Because this was on, I was just assuming that was on. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Kim. Hey guys, let's take a look up here. Hey, so let's look at the warm up. It says which wedges. So answers in your math journal. It says determine which statement is correct. Justify your thinking. So let's take a look. Hey guys, you remember in? You ready, Mariah? You tired? All right. So let's take a look. Hey, remember in fourth grade we learned that a circle's how many degrees? A whole circle. We learned that a circle's how many degrees? No. How many degrees is it, guys? So everybody missed that lesson in fourth grade? We know that a circle is how many degrees? 360 degrees. Okay? So let's take a look right here. So it says the wedge is greater than 45 degrees but less than 90. Was that not swirling? Okay. Is that going to swirl? Will that follow me?
Yeah, when you walk.
Okay.
You
All right.
just walked away too fast, so it was still in the board.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. So let's take a look right here. It says determine which statement is correct, and it says justify your thinking. Statement A, this wedge is greater than 45 degrees, but less than 90. Look at statement B. It says 3 of these wedges would create an obtuse angle. In statement C, this angle is acute. Okay? Let's see if we can answer that. If you look at your warm-up page, please look at your warm-up page. It's right there. Okay? Let's go ahead and see if we can answer those. Okay? So it says determine which statement is correct and justify your thinking. So which one of those 3 is correct? Hey guys, please look at your warm-up page. It's right there. It's right there on the top of your page, okay? Look at the top of your page. You got it, Kenny? It's right here. Right here? Right there? How about right there? Okay. So we probably have about another 30 seconds. Let's see if we can figure that out. Hey, for those that are having trouble, remember 3 degrees is the whole circle, okay? And this is, it's 1/3 of a whole circle. Did everybody understand what I just said? A whole circle is how many degrees? How many degrees is it? 360, right? So if that says 360, this is 1/3 of a whole circle. Are we working? Kenny, you got it? How are we looking, David? So Eden, let's read this. So let's think about this. We'll think about it together. It says this wedge is greater than 45 degrees, but less than 90. What do we think? Is that a true statement? So we're looking for the one that's true. Do you think that's true? Great. So let's think of what's 1/3 of a whole circle. A whole circle is 300 degrees, 360 degrees, right? Is that correct? And I take 1/3 of that. If I take 1/3 of that, what do I have to do? What do you do, Kenny? Yeah, multiply it by what? Well, we multiply the 1/3 times the 360. Can somebody do that? What do we got? Huh? Okay, you got it. You got 120 degrees. So this one equals 120 degrees. So does that make sense? Is that correct or incorrect? Eden, what does it say? Incorrect. It's greater than 45, right? But is it less than 90? No. So let's take a look right here. 3 of these wedges would create an obtuse angle. So when we think back about fourth grade, and we'll review some of this again, well, what is an obtuse angle, guys? If I don't know what that is, it's going to be difficult. What's an obtuse angle, Mariah? Larger than what number? Greater than what? 90 degrees. Okay? So I have to find how much 1/16 of a whole circle is first. So I'm going to take a whole circle. What's a whole circle, Chase? How many degrees is a whole circle? 360. And what am I going to multiply that by? 1/16. Okay? Can somebody get that one for me? 360 times 1/16. What do you got? Is that what everybody got? What do you get, Kenny? I'm sorry? 22.5. Now it says how many of them are there? How many of them are there? So I'm going to multiply times 3, and what do I got? Calculators. What we got? 60? 67 points, right? Yep. So now look, 7.5 degrees. Does it create an obtuse angle? Is it greater than 90? No. So this one's not correct. We know that one's not correct. That one's not correct. Let's see if this is correct. What's the whole circle again? 360. And this is saying it's 1/7 of a whole circle. So how do I find that? I have to multiply. What do I have to do? Multiply times 1/7. Okay? Let's see what we get there. What do you got, Mariah? That's okay. You can do it. 51. Is that what everyone got? Okay. Let's say it's 51 degrees. We'll estimate it to be 51. Is the angle acute? What does acute mean, guys? So this was greater than 90, obtuse angle. So what do you think an acute angle is? This one's going to be less than 90. Okay? So acute is less than 90. Obtuse is greater than 90. So if we got 51 degrees here, is the angle acute? Is it less than 90 degrees? Yes. Okay, so statement C is going to be the one that we have is correct. Hey guys, this is a warm up, and we're trying to get back into vocabulary that we've been exposed to before. So you should have been exposed to a lot of it. But we'll go back and review it and to make sure that you understand or refresh yourself on some of this vocabulary. So let's read this. It's today we will explore angle measures in whole non-standard units and use a protractor to measure angles in whole number of degrees. So basically it's saying we're going to find angle measures, but we don't have to use numbers all the time. Like, we don't have to give an exact number. So we're going to figure something out on how to measure angles, and then we're going to use a protractor to measure the actual angle degree. Okay? So let's take a look right here. I'm going to review a couple things. David, what do we have? What's an acute angle? Less than 90. So we just went over that, right? An acute is less than 90. Chase, how about an obtuse? What is an obtuse angle? That's right. You see it? What does it say? Greater than 90. Okay. So if it's a 90-degree angle, if it's greater than 90, it's obtuse. If it's smaller than 90, it's going to be acute. Eden, what's a right angle? 90-degree angle. So let me just draw this one real quick. This is a 90-degree angle. Remember when you got a little box right there in the corner? That means it's 90. So an obtuse angle is going to be bigger than 90. And the angle is going to be smaller than 90. Okay? Is that okay for everyone? Should know you upset about that? All right. What is the next one? Kenny, what's the next one say? Straight angles, how many degrees? So that's just saying a straight line. So straight line's how many degrees? Bella? Bella, how much is a straight line? 180. Right? And we just talked about this at the beginning. What's a circle? How many degrees is a circle? 360 degrees. Okay? This is going to help you solve a lot of problems that we have in a little bit. Okay? If we don't know that, or we're not exposed to that, or we don't remember that, it might be a little bit difficult. Right? Does anyone have any questions here? Hey, everybody grab this right here. Okay? We're going to grab this. And what I would like you to do is, don't worry about the numbers on the front. Okay? We're going to fold it. How many degrees is this right here? This is a circle, right? So how many degrees do we have right here? 360. This is 360 degrees. Okay? Now, I folded it in what, guys? I folded it in half. I folded it in half. So if I fold it in half, how many degrees do we have right here? Okay, good, David. So look, we have 360 degrees. And then I folded it in half, so I divided it by 2. So now I have 180 degrees. Right? 180 degrees. And what do we have right here, guys? That's a straight line. Didn't a straight line say 180 degrees? All right. So we're there right now. Is everybody okay with that? So if I fold it in half one more time. Fold it in half one more time. Okay? Now we're right here. Everybody see where we are? So I fold it in half one more time. Now I went from 180. I folded it in half so I can divide it by 2. How many degrees do we have now? 90 degrees. And hey guys, look right here. The 90 degree is the right angle. Does that look like a right angle? Does that look like this right here? Are they the same? Yeah. There's a 90 degree angle right there. Right? There's a 90 degree angle right there. Is everybody at a 90? Is everybody at a 90? Okay. Hey, so we're going to use these to measure. So if I know how many degrees is it? 90. Okay? We're going to fold it one more time. I'm going to do a 90 divided by 2. What's 90 divided by 2? Somebody? 45. I'm going to fold it one more time. Fold it one more time. And I see that's a 45 degree angle right there. Okay? So when we measure today, this is going to be what we call our benchmark. So I'm going to have several different ones. I'm going to be able to use a 90 degree angle if I need. Or I could fold it in half. And what degree angle is that now? What degree is that? 45. Okay? Everybody understand what we're saying? So I'm going to go, that'll be 360. That'll be, how many degrees? 180. Right? Fold it one more time, how many degrees? 90. Fold it one more time, how many degrees? 45. Okay? Does anybody have a question here before we move on? Okay. So this is what we're going to do. What I want everybody to do is, we're going to get your protractors out. Who has used a protractor before? Have we used a protractor before? Okay, so we have several people that used one before. Good. So we're going to work with our protractors, and let's see what we can get right here. So can somebody read me the estimating angle measures directions? David, can you read that for me, please? Okay. So we just said we have our benchmark measures. What are the benchmarks that we're looking at? We're going to look at 3 today, or 4 today. Remember, we said the whole circle is 360. Then we said the straight line is 180. Then if we fold it right here, guys, look right here, that's going to be 90. And this is going to be, what is that going to be? 45. Okay? So let's take a look right here. So first of all, I'm going to estimate. We're on A. And let me show you how. Well, we'll estimate it first, and I'll show you how to use a protractor here. Okay? If you see where this thing is, I know that this is a 45-degree angle. Okay? So if I put it right on this line right here, is that bigger than 45 or is that less than 45? It's bigger than 45. We could see it's bigger than 45, right? So if I estimate it, I know it's going to be bigger than 45. What number do we think that's going to be? Let's estimate that together, huh? It's a little bit bigger than 45. Is it 90, guys? It's definitely not 90, right? It's way smaller. It's smaller than 90, but it's bigger than 45. So we're estimating here. What do we think that could be? I'm going to say maybe it might be 10 degrees more than 45. What's 45 plus 10? So I'm going to say maybe that's about 10. And we know this whole thing is 45. So let's say it's 55 degrees. Okay? Can everybody see that? Please write in 55 degrees there. So there's no, hey, when you do this, there's no perfect answer. We're going to figure that out, or we're going to say it's approximately or it's around this many degrees. Okay? So here we go. Now I'm getting my protractor. Everybody has their protractor? Hey, please make sure you see that the numbers are straight. Sometimes people turn it this way and the numbers are upside down. We want to make sure that it's straight. Okay? Everybody see that it's straight right here, right? Okay. The main thing I want to do is I want to find that circle right here in the middle. Does everybody see that circle on the bottom? And what I want to do is I want to put that on what we call the vertex of the angle. The vertex of the angle is where the two lines meet. Okay? That line is what we call a ray, and that line is what we call a ray, but both of them meet right here at that corner. Everybody see that corner I darkened in? So I want to put that circle right on that corner. Okay? And just eyes up, you can watch here before you do it. Once I put that circle on that corner, you guys see there's a little black line right here, right? You see the little black line on the protractor right here? I want that line to disappear. So that line has got to be placed on this line of the angle. So I'm going to put that circle down, and I'm going to keep going down slowly, slowly, slowly. And now my line has disappeared. The line has disappeared right here, and the hole right there is right on that vertex. Okay? So if my line gets extended all the way up, what number does it look like we're going at right here, guys? Huh? And what's the number right above it? So I see a 120 degrees. Hey, you don't have to write this one in. I'm going to write this one in for you. That's 120, and I see a 60. Okay? Did everybody see that? That line goes up to 120 and 60. Remember, that circle's got to be on the vertex. That line has got to be on one angle measure and disappear. And now I extend this line and see where it goes. It's 30, 60, or 120. Now what we have to figure out, guys, and this is where we come back to the vocabulary we looked at a while ago. If it's greater than 90, is it obtuse or is it acute? If it's greater than 90, it's obtuse. If it's less than 90, what is it? Acute. Is this one greater than 90 or less than 90? Remember, this is our 90-degree angle. So you could put this here. Is it greater than 90 or less than 90? It's less than 90. Now, I'll show it to you on the projector. But it's less than 90. So take a look right here. If I put this down there, can I see that angle now? I can't see it, right? So that's showing it's less than 90. Eden, eyes up, please. Bella, eyes up. That's showing that's less than 90, right? So if it's less than 90, am I going to use that 120 number or am I going to use the 60 number? 60. Okay, so the actual measure is 60 degrees. Okay? So we estimated to be 55, but the actual is going to be 60 degrees. Okay? Does anyone have a question in regards to that first estimating angle measure? How are we looking? Okay? Let's go to B. Okay? So what I want you to do with B, I want you to estimate it first. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to estimate it. Okay? And I'm going to go back to here. I'm going to use my 45-degree angle. Okay? I'm going to use my 45-degree angle. Remember, I'm going to put that end right there. And I'm going to make sure that one of my edges is right on that line. Is it greater than 45 or less than 45? Can you see that angle? Can you see the angle, David? Can you see that? The angle's underneath it, right? Can you see it here? No. So is it going to be greater than 45 or less than 45? 45 covers it up. If 45 is covering up, it's got to be greater or less than. It's got to be less than 45. Okay? So everybody, give me a good estimate of what you think this angle measure is going to be. First, hey guys, is this acute or is it obtuse? Remember, how do we know it's acute? It's less than 90. Look, it's less than this 90-degree angle, right? If it's less than the 90, we know it's acute. Okay? So which benchmark angle is it closest to? Closest to the 90 or is it closest to the 45? What do we think? Closest to the 45. Let's go ahead and measure. So everybody go ahead and measure that and give me an estimate of what you think it's going to be. Hey, I don't want you to measure with the protractor. Use the benchmark angle first and estimate what you think that angle is going to be, and then we're going to go from there. See, if I look here, I'm going to guess it's going to be somewhere around the 45, right? You think of what you think it's going to be, and I'm going to write what I think it's going to be, okay? Please don't look at mine. Everybody look at your own, and then we'll figure this one out. I think it's going to be around. Okay. Did everyone already get their angle measure? So Kenny thinks it's close to the 45 benchmark. I think David said that it's acute, right? So let's go ahead and measure it now. Let's go ahead and measure it. Remember our protractor, there, that's called my vertex. Remember? Okay, so I'm going to put that center circle right on that vertex. And I'm going to make sure that line right there and the line of the angle are the same. And I can actually take this line and I can extend it this way and make this line longer. So if I make that line longer, it's going to be a little bit easier to see. Here we go. Put that on the vertex, measure it out, and how many degrees does that look like it is? Remember, it goes across two numbers. What is the first number? What is that? What's between 140 and 150? What's between 140 and 150? 145? Yes, good. 145. And what's between 30 and 45? 40? 35. So Mariah said it's 35 and 145. Okay? Which number am I going to use? Am I going to use the 35 or the 145? David, why am I going to use the 45? Because we know this angle is what kind of angle? Huh? We know this angle, what kind of angle? Eden, I need you up. I need you. If you have to, okay? Hey, what kind of guys? Is this an obtuse or an acute angle? What is it? 90, right? We could say less than 90 because I could use this 90-degree wedge and check it, right? So we know it's less than 90. So if it's less than 90, which number am I going to use, the 145 or the 35? 35. Hey, so what I want you to do is I want you to take those last two and I want you to go ahead and work those two out, okay? Let's see if we can work those two out. Is there not one up there? Here, she can use this one. Use your benchmark angle, and we're going to estimate. Remember, we're going to make sure that you estimate. So look right here. Look, is it bigger than 90? Okay, we know it's bigger than 90. We've got to figure out how big that is now. Okay? So what do you think that is? That might be half of this, right? What's half of 45? Maybe 20. Okay? 20 plus 90. What do you think the 20 plus 90 is? So that'll be your estimate right there. There you go. Now, actually, it's good. Do that one too, David. So we Sandra get that. Hey, we know that's greater than 90, right? Is that bigger than 90? Now we got to figure out what that is. What do you think? How big do you think that one is? That's half, right? So if half of that is about 20, and that's 90, that's 20. That one, we know that one. Is that bigger than 45 or less than 45? Eden, is that bigger or less than 45? That out. You got it? Okay, good, Chase. All right, guys, here we go. So if we look on the board, I estimated this first one to be 110. Mariah, did you measure it? Did you actually measure it out? What did you measure it out to be? So Mariah measured it out to be 120. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend this line again. So we'll extend that line, and I'll use this and then see what it looks like. So it's 60 or 120, right? It's 60 or 120. Is this acute or obtuse? Obtuse. So which number am I using, Mariah? 120 degrees. Perfect. Good. Kenny, what do we estimate this one to be? What was that? Look at this. What degree is this one, Kenny? 45. Is it bigger than 45 or less than 45? You can't even see it anymore. If it's covering it up, it's less. Right? Look, that's more than 45, so we see the angle lines. But here, when I do that, it's covering it up, so I can't see it anymore. So you think it's bigger or smaller than 45? If it's bigger, will it cover it up? It's smaller. It's got to be smaller, right? So what do we think that one's going to be? Anybody got a good estimate for this one? What do you got, Chase? 30? Okay. We know it's got to be less than 45, right? Because it's smaller than this little wedge. So Chase got a 30 degrees. So what I'll do again, I'm going to extend this line. just so I can see it one side. Okay. That looks like it's at 30 degrees. Everybody see where it's at right there? It crosses the 150 and the 30. So if it's crossing the 150 and the 30, which ones am I going to be? Am I using the 150 or am I using the 30? 30, because what type of angle is it, guys? Acute or obtuse? No, is this angle acute or obtuse? This one's acute, right? That was going to be an acute angle. Okay? So we're going to do the same thing on the back. You guys look on the back. We're going to do the same thing. So what it's asking is this, is now we're given the angles and we're given a protractor. So let's look at this. Angle AFB. Start at A over here. FB. AFB. You can use this and measure it if you would like, or you could look at that protractor there and measure it. What do we think angle AFB is, guys? That's where it's running across. What's in between 30 and 40? Okay, so is that an acute angle or is that an obtuse angle? This one right here? This one right here? Is that less than 90 or greater than 90? Look at this, guys. Is it greater than 90 or less than 90? If it covers it up, it's less than. Right? So is it greater than 90 or less than 90? It's got to be less than 90. Look, that's 90 degrees and it's being covered up right now. So it's definitely less than 90. So what number am I using? The 35 or am I going to use the 145? Well, that's going to be a 35, right? That's going to be 35. Okay? Hey, and I can look at it like this. Hey, everybody, eyes on the board. After you write that 35, eyes on the board. I can count it like this too. Look at this. This is 10, right? 180 to 170 is how many? 10. Everybody see? That's 10. That's 20. That's 30. And that's going to be 30 what? 35. Did everybody see what I did? Look at that 0 to 10, 10, 20, 30, and it goes right to 35. I can use this protractor to measure it. Okay? So let's try to finish this one just without using the protractor and using the one here on the screen. Let's look at this one. AFC. What do we got? 10. So look right, this is my main line. It's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Is it more than 80? Or is it right at 80? 81? Okay. Good. 81 degrees. And that makes sense, guys. Look, this is a 90-degree angle right here, right? There's our 90-degree angle right here. It's less than the 90-degree angle, which is 81 degrees because it's less than the 90-degree angle. Let's do this one. AFD. Everybody find me the measure of AFD. Find the measure of AFD. Right here, guys. AFD. Is that obtuse or is that acute? Obtuse, right? So am I going to use the big numbers or the smaller numbers? I'm going to use the numbers, right? If acute, we're using the small ones. If it's obtuse, we're going to use the bigger numbers. So look right here. AFD. What number is it? 131, 132. Where are we? Hey, this is 140 right here. Look, that's 140, that's 130. There's 135. So what are we right here? 134. Good. It'll be 134. 134 degrees. Okay? All right. Let's look at the next one. BFD. Okay? BFD. So let's find where this number crosses at. Where does that number cross right here? Where's that cross? Where's this ray cross at? Look right here. Or let's take the smaller number. What is the smaller number? 35. Okay, so I'm going to write that down here. It crosses at 35 degrees. Did everybody see that? That one crossed at 35. Let's look at this one. Where does this one cross at? Huh? 134. So if I do this, guys, look. 134. I'll take the bigger number and I'll take the smaller number. And I can just subtract and find the difference. Can somebody give me what that is? 134 minus 35? 99 degrees. Good. Okay, did everybody see how we did that? Okay. Let's look at the last one now. CFB. CFB. Find where that one crossed at. Where does this one cross at again? 35. So I'm going to put that 35. And I'll find where this one crossed at. Can somebody tell me where this one crossed at? 81, right? 81 minus 35. What do we have there? What do you have, Mariah? 46 degrees. Okay? Hey, we're going to have maybe like 6 or 8 minutes. We don't have that much time, but what I would like you to do is I would like you to just take this side right here, and we're going to get in groups of 3. Okay? I'm going to have... Why don't you 3 get in a group right here, and then you 4 go ahead and get in a group, okay? So what I would like you to do is you'll be A, you'll be B, C, you'll be A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A. I want you to, it says, use the image above to determine each angle measure. Use the row sum column to check. So I'm going to look at my angle measure. Everybody's going to find their own angle measure, and when you add them together, what should we get? We should get this number, okay? Let's see if we can go ahead and do this. You guys can push the desks together, or you can come back here if you want. Yes. Go quickly. Hey, Chase, can you be B over here? Be B over here. Hey, you guys can go ahead and get together and do that.
Should I bring the paper or you
Huh? You
Just
can,
so you
yeah.
can help me in this group.
Yeah.
I can sit there.
Hey, just push them together real quick. Just push the desks together. Okay. All right. Should be in the back, right? So we're at that row sum. We're right there. Okay? You don't even have to measure it. Remember, find where that is. Find what number it crosses. So which one are you, A? A, B, and C. Okay? So you need to find B. What is B? FMC. FMC. Okay? Find what that is. Your FME. FME. Find how big that is. Okay? What are your FMA? FMA. Okay? See what that is? What do you think that is? A straight line is how much? Remember, straight line is how many degrees? Why do you have so many? That's 360 degrees if you fold it in half. What's half of 360? 180. Okay? So look, how many, what's that? What's that degree right here? 0 to what? 5. So it's going to be 180, which is the whole thing minus the 5. Find the 180 minus 5, and that'll be your... Can you write it in? Do the 180 minus 5, okay? Put it in the calculator, please, if you're not sure. Chanel, you don't have to use that. We just talked about that, okay? What do we have? FME. ME, count it. How many is that? How many is the first? How many is this equal? What is that number? 10. What is that number? That's it. FME is how many degrees? Okay, do the next one now. CMA. CMA. Okay, count them. 10, 20, 30. You can count them like that as well. You got it, Ken? So you need to get everyone's is and see if they add up to that number. Okay? You got it, Mariah? Mariah, you got it? Please do the next one, okay? Listen, I can't do them all for you. Count them. CMA. CMA. Count it. How many? Count them all. 10. I can't hear you. What is that? I can't hear you. Half of it. Half of 10. What's half of 10? So what is it now? 80? Yeah. 85. Do the next one just like that. Do the next one just like that. Chanel, you got it? DMC. DMC. That's not 90. Count it off. Each one is how many? 10, right? Count it. 10. Huh? Right? You see how that is? BMD. BMD. Count it again. Okay? So start there. 10, right? That's half of 60. After 60, it's half of 10. What's half of 10? So what was it? Plus half of 10. Chanel, that's 60 plus half of 10. When you say half of 10 is 5, right? Please close the door, Bella. Hey, Kenny, you guys add all your numbers together and see if you get that now. Mariah, are you finished? So turn it over. Back over here. What I want you to do is find everyone else's numbers and write them in there and see if they add in. Okay? Kenny, get Chanel's, get Mariah's, and add all the numbers together. You guys have to write them in. Write them in. Chanel, you write his in. That was 60. Write Kenny's numbers in. Mariah, you write Kenny's numbers in. Okay? Chanel, please write Kenny's numbers. Write them here. You didn't write them in. Write them in first, please. Yes. Yeah, well, write all of Mariah's in for me, too.
Yeah, I did.
Can you write them in, please? Write them in. Can you write in Kenny's numbers, please? Right? Write the numbers in. Well, you can ask, right?
Is that 85?
This one?
85 and 40. Here, look at hers. Okay? Now let them see yours. Okay? Yeah, that's 85. Did we get the right number?
For the first one, yeah.
Okay, can you check the other ones for me? How'd they look, Miss Area? Good. Okay. All right, guys. Hey. So Ms. Arias said that you guys look good. You guys look good. Let's move your desk back. Move your desk back. And here we go. Hey, this is on your own, guys. This is on your own. Please write your name on this. Please write your name on the back. Please write your name on the back, and let's see what we can do on that, okay? Here, I'll read it for you. It says, Valeria measures says the measure of, hey, eyes up, everyone. X, remember X, Y, Z is 55 degrees, and Ren's Y, Z is 125 degrees. Who is correct and explain? Please, after you write the name, write your name down, and then write who is correct, and please give me one sentence or two explaining why that person is right. Okay? Yes, sir.
Can you read it one more time?
Yeah, Valeria says the measure of angle XYZ is 55. Ren says the measure of angle XYZ is 125 degrees. Who is correct and explain? Okay? Please write down who is correct and explain. Please see who is correct and explain. You have about 30 seconds, maybe a minute. Maybe I'll give you a minute, okay? Is that 55 degrees or is that 125 degrees? Okay? Write the person's name down and tell me why, okay? Basically, it's just asking, is it 55 degrees or is it 125 degrees? And just explain why. How are we looking, guys? Are we finished? You finished? Raise your hand. Right. Finished? Let me go and grab it from you. Let me go and grab it from you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Finished? Thank you, Chanel. Hey, guys, remember, if you can, I need a short explanation on why that person is correct as well. So I got yours. You ready, Mariah? Hey, now what I would like you to do, I would like you to go to the back, and it says drawing angles using a protractor. What we need to do is try to draw a 75-degree angle and draw. Is 75 acute or is it obtuse? 75 is it greater than 90 or less than 90? So less than 90 is acute. Okay? So think about that. Okay, when you're drawing those, please draw those angles in for me. We're on the back of our page, and what I would like you to do is draw a 75-degree angle and draw a 118-degree angle. I'll post it on the board, and we'll take a look at it. So let me show you how I would do the first one. I'll show you how I'll do the first one, and what I would like you to do is I would like you to do the second one. First thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a line. Okay? I just want to draw a straight line. Everybody see what I just did? I just drew a straight line. And I'm going to make that, what do we call that corner where the angles meet? We call where the two rays meet, we call that the vertex. Okay? There's the vertex. And remember, that's where the hole in my protractor goes, right? So I'm going to find the hole in my protractor, put it right on that corner, and remember, this line has to be on the same line as that angle. So it basically almost disappears. They go hand in hand. Okay? Now I'm going to go up, and I'm going to find the 70. Look at the 70 right here, guys. You see the 70 and the 80, right? Do we see the 70 and 80? What number is right in between 70 and 80? 75. So I'm going to put a dot right there, and I'm just going to connect it right there. So there's my 75-degree angle. Okay? Now, we know that this is, we just talked about it. Is it obtuse or acute? Remember, less than 90 is going to be acute. So I'm going to use the smaller numbers. Remember, we want to use the smaller numbers. Now let's do this one. Please use your protractor and draw 118 degrees. Draw 118 degrees. Draw the line first. Okay? Draw the line first. And remember, we can use our benchmark wedges to know that it's going to be bigger than 90. Make sure it's bigger than 90. Well, you draw this line here, right? Draw a straight line here. Just draw me a straight line. Right here, right here. Oh, yeah. We got to draw the straight line first. Okay? Draw the straight line. Okay? Now, are we out there 45 or 50? Huh? Okay. All right. Hey, guys. Just real quick. So what we did here is, if we look at our I-CAN statement, what is it? I can estimate and measure angles using benchmark angles and a protractor. Hang on, Chanel. Have a seat, please. Have a seat. And I can classify and construct angles using mathematical vocabulary. So let's think of what we just learned real quick. Okay? Hey, what do we call this? What do we call that angle right there?
90.
Or a 90-degree angle. If it's smaller than the 90-degree angle, what do we call it? Well, we call it acute, right? If it's bigger than 90, what do we call it? Have a seat, Kenny. Have a seat. Give me a second. Then what's the word for it? Obtuse. Obtuse. Hey, when we're measuring with the protractor, remember, what does that middle have to go on?
On the circle.
The circle has to go in that vertex area, right there in the middle when we're measuring it, okay? Is everybody okay with that? Okay? All right, let's go ahead and pack it up, guys.